All right, I'm Bill Frater with the Freight Train Boogie, here with the great Rodney Crowell, really one of my favorite singer-songwriters, and he's got a brand new book, Chinaberry Sidewalks. I got a bone to pick with you. I just got this book yesterday, and I was up till 3 o'clock last night reading it.
Oh,
And I just kind of kept picking through, and I really loved it. It's so well written and really poetic. What made you decide to write a book?
just had to. It was just coming up inside me, and it's just stories I had to tell. My mother had passed away, and my father, and just the memories kept coming up, and I felt like I'd written a record called The Houston Kid where I sort of explored it, but I felt like it needed to be explored more in depth, and I felt the only way I could do that would be to write chapters.
Yeah, it's really wonderful. It brings out some of what you touched on. I went back to Houston Kid after reading and said, oh, okay, that's where I've heard those names, these characters. The Rock of My Soul, it seems like now it was written about your father, J.W. Crowell, is that correct?
The Rock of My Soul is my father and my mother.
Oh, your mother's in there too. Yeah, the church
Yeah.
was your mother.
She went to church on Sunday.
Yeah.
Work on Monday. And my father came to town grinning on a flatbed truck.
There you go.
They're in the book, as you know, they're sharecrop farm children from Western Kentucky, Western Tennessee, uneducated, 7th grade, one-room school education. So, they started out with 3 strikes against them, socially.
Yeah.
And made a life.
So it really is kind of a memoir about them. It's really an ode to them. It feels like kind of a love letter to this couple and maybe how their love survived in many ways. Would that be true?
Yeah, it's a love letter from me to them, really. But understanding that in this love letter, I really call them out on what they did, especially my father, who as a young man was angry and acted out. Didn't know how to channel anger. And my mother, she was part of the party too. It takes 2 to tango. But I knew the end. I knew what glorified human beings they became over the course of their lives. So I knew I could take it to a good place.
And your dad, what year did he die?
1989.
89. So he was able to see your career. So, and he was more or less had a band. What was the name of his band again?
J.W. Crowell and the Rhythmaires.
The Rhythmaires, and that's a cool name.
It is, yeah. And I was in Houston the other night performing, and one of the original band members from the Rhythmaires, a mandolin player, a tenor singing mandolin player named Albert Smith, showed up. And he got on stage and sang with me. He was a band member of the first band I was ever in. I was 11 years old playing drums in my father and J.W. Crowell Rhythmaires. And we sang together, we sang a duet, and he got a standing ovation. He brought the house down. It was a joy.
And there is a bit of for fans of yours, for music fans, there is definitely some music stuff about it. And I guess people probably quote about the thing of your dad bringing you to see Hank Williams when you were like 2 or something, put you up on his shoulders. I mean, that's a great story. That's a good one.
2 years, 4 months. Hank Williams' next to last public performance.
Wow.
In December of 1952.
And it was obviously a bigger deal to him than you. You didn't know what you were doing at that age, I assume.
No, I have very vague memories. I remember, the thing I remember most about it was the light and the cool eddy of air that brushed across my cheek. It sort of woke me up in this life.
Wow.
And but the memory was so clear to me is because my father told me the story over and over and over again, as if he were drilling. He drilled me and said, "Don't ever forget.
Don't ever forget.
To see the hillbilly Shakespeare." So it was one of the first memories that I wanted to write about.
Saw you in Nashville a year or 2 ago, and your daughter was singing in one of the little showcase rooms, and there must have been a dozen people there. But there's a point when I saw you and you really had this look of pride, and being a father, I know this feeling well, and you really had that look like, oh, that's my daughter. And in a way, you know, maybe it kind of comes full circle. You can see how your dad felt in some ways, huh?
I think so, yeah. My dad was proud of me. He wouldn't say it, but I knew he would. It was against the rules. Mano a mano, or father son is against the rules. You don't get the big head.
Yeah.
But my daughter is very gifted poetically. You know, she takes after her mother and to some degree after her father, and she writes beautifully. I expect great things for her. She's been in Ireland. Well, so as we speak, she's in Ireland performing, and she's just getting more confidence as she goes.
Yeah, what a thrill. You dedicate the album to the book, I'm sorry, for my children and their children. So your story's been told, and it'll last on. This book will last your children and their children after that.
Yeah,
That's quite a legacy.
that's good. That's good stuff.
Well, congratulations. As I said, Chinaberry Sidewalks, Rodney Crowell, and Bill Frater with the Freight Train Boogie. Thanks so much, Rodney.
My pleasure.
Good luck to you.
Thank you for
My pleasure.
letting me come on and talk.